Hi. Best laid plans, right? I just realized my hair is never cute in these videos. I've just been putzing around and starting to repack things up in the camper because the big start to our big trip yesterday. As I posted on Facebook yesterday, it was quite the start, pretty bumpy. To make a very long story short, I'm by myself in a camper in a parking lot in Brigham City, and the place has given us permission to leave the camper here while the truck is at another place, and a part needed a hub for the type of truck that it is. The closest one is in Billings, Montana, and won't make it here until the end of next week. So our son is on his way up here to come pick us up, and we're going home. So we won't be starting our trip just yet. We still have to talk about everything. I'm not sure when we're going to be starting it. We're still going to do it. Guess we just have to put it off for whatever reason. Well, it's really disappointing. It feels right, if that makes any sense. We've had some really amazing things happen in just the last 24 hours. People would call coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence. I know we were watched over, especially when the mechanic looking at the tire. We have no clue how what happened with the lug nuts on that rear tire happened. We were just leaving a rest stop, starting to get back on I-15 to head north, when we heard this click clunk, and we pulled over real quick, the only place we could, the overpass over I-15. And some guy pulled over and said he had just seen a lug nut go flying off. So honestly, I never would have thought to check lug nuts. It sounded like something underneath the truck, and that's not the first place I look, is the outside of a tire. So sure enough, and Mark's like, there's one left. There's one left. And things had been done to the truck, and mechanic at a garage this morning, because we had to have the truck towed over to a different place because the place that we were towed to is totally booked solid. Apparently Brigham City sees a lot of breakdowns, and for being a smaller city, they're just jam-packed with breakdowns here. People going, a lot of... Anyways, that's a whole other story, especially the one they told us about, how they just had to go pull a boat out of a lake. I didn't know tows did that, but the mechanic said, looking at it, he said, I don't know how this happened, if they just weren't put on or if they were put on too tight, because it's the weirdest thing he ever saw. I guess the lug nuts, where they go to some bolts or something. I don't understand the whole thing. I don't know how it's all put together, but they were sheared off. And then they thought they might be in the rear brake. So they had to go dig around in there, and they didn't find any in there, which was good. But then they discovered that the hub in that tire was shot. We brought 2 full-size tires with us, and because of the road we plan on taking, we were told you need to bring at least 2 full-size spares. So sounds like one of those is going to be used already, not for the tire, but I'm not quite sure. Mark went with, and he's been taking care of that and just working, actually doing work on his work computer. Yeah. So I've been gathering a few things up here in the camper that are not going to last sitting in the heat for the next week or so. And like my jar of pickles, I had to open those up. But we're going to be heading home and back at home. So everyone who thought, we were out of your hair for a little while, we're back. So yeah, we're disappointed, but it's going to be okay. And we were watched over. Definitely. When we found out that we could have been really hurt and other people killed, we were definitely watched over. And I'm grateful for that. Beyond grateful. I want to make it, much longer being married to my husband than just 25 years. So, guess I'll let you know when we start our trip again. And no matter what happens, it is all good.